Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 288, 278, Ghetto Rig Podcast. My name is Jay, and to all the way to my right, we have my co host Eddy, behind the camera, Miggy,
You're
the guy that hasn't made a single mistake yet. It's been a couple of episodes. We're proud of you, Miggy. You're moving up in the world. Don't fuck it up today. Anyway, guys, quick words about our sponsors. UFC Gym Largo in St. Petersburg, also Vitality 1 and 2. So, boys, what do we got going on this week?
Did we talk about how the U.S. put some ships right in the north of Cuba?
No, we did not talk about that.
Oh.
But I know he said something about Cuba, right? Like that Cuba is about to find out something
Yeah,
like that.
at first he was saying, yeah. Well, when they asked him, he said, "Well, we're just gonna look out on the situation. I don't think we're gonna have to intervene with Cuba. They're just gonna collapse on their own. They're not really gonna need anything." But then, just as a symbol, I think, and most people think, they're just putting some ships right on the north of Cuba.
Because I know,
Just to let them know it's good.
yeah, because I know Iran is having huge issues right now. Their Iranian money basically collapsed against the dollar
Yeah,
to a
dude.
zero.
I've never heard of money going down to zero.
Yeah, so basically Iran turned off the entire internet in the country, and they activated their kill squads.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is
because
that?
multiple cities, literally everyone is just protesting. Everyone is out in the city screaming. Everyone, apparently, Iran is the number one country of people running away as immigrants, running away specifically from Sharia law, meaning from Islam. They're basically saying we're tired. We don't want to wear burqas. We don't want to just show our ankles. We want to be normal. You know what I mean? So Iran is having huge issues right now, and that's gonna be interesting to see how that's gonna unfold, right? And they're partially attributing that to Trump. I don't know how they're linking it to him, but it seems like everything that goes south these days is linked to Trump, right? So I don't know how that's working. But if you pull up a couple of those protests, I'm talking about like legit protests of thousands and thousands and thousands of people on the streets. Just go back up. That right there, that picture right there, go down, right there. That's all protesters.
That shit loud.
Yeah, I don't even know. Dude.
Yeah, that's all protesters, bro.
Turn
That's
it down
crazy.
even more. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And
Like,
what I was looking for. Oh, you have headphones on? My bad.
Yeah.
get out of that one.
I want to show you. Actually, this is more intense. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I forgot. We have a podcast. I'm not even talking to the microphone. I'm sorry. Let me show you something that's probably more intense. What I'm looking for here is like this.
Yeah, this is the kill squads, basically. That's their doing. You know, they're trying to squash it with weapons and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty it's pretty bad.
So Trump had said that if they kill people, there is gonna be consequences, and apparently, when he was at what was it? This factory today or some shit like that. The reporter asked him about Iran and how they cut out the internet and how they committed these massacres across the country, and how he had previously stated that if they did do such
Yeah.
thing, that there would be some type of U.S. intervention or something would happen.
Hmm.
So the reporter's basically trying to
Get him to
some type,
say something.
yeah, to say something like his actual plan. But he did state that apparently there were public hangings that were going to be executed as well. And he said, well, if that does happen, I'm just receiving news of that, and there's definitely going to be some type of consequence. And then the reporter, of course, kept insisting to see, okay, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Are you going to send bombs? Are you going to send, what's going to happen? Are you going to strike? Are you going to send the U.S. troops? But, of course, he's not going to say. Like,
Yeah, no, he's not gonna say. I think with all the problems they've had within the recent year with the signal chat leaking and all that stuff, I think that everybody's pretty tight-lipped right now, and they're not talking about it. But I think what's gonna happen, like Israel pretty much, Iran was pretty much saying something about Israel, and Israel kind of bombed them a little bit, and then they did it again the second time. And I think, if anything, I think it's going to be a joint operation with Israel to basically smack them upside the head if that happens. I don't think United States is going to just throw the book at them, you know. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. It's like a straight up civil war there right now.
They put up Trump signs saying "Make Iran Great Again."
Mm-hmm.
Yo, this motto is like it's going crazy.
It's
across
going
the whole
viral, bro.
world.
Viral.
Yeah, it's viral politically.
Yeah, and it seems that, you know, the countries that are in a duress, they're liking what's going on in the United States, right? Now, I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're actually liking what's going on in the United States. They're pretty much like fed up, and they're using that as the motto to basically change regimes, you know.
We're just listening here to some stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, so what they're saying is in thousands because of the protests and the kill squads. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see, and I think everyone kind of like that Venezuela deal with the oil and everything just kind of sparked, right? Venezuela basically was the start of this new world order, right? The change. Now, let me ask you a question, guys. Do you think this is a good thing or a bad thing in the whole scheme of things? I mean,
As in, what's a good thing or
well,
a bad thing?
basically, because no matter how you want to look at it, everything kind of started with Venezuela, right? Like, you know, we went in there, got Maduro.
No. He started with all his other stuff. What do you mean? All the other wars that he stopped supposedly.
No, he stopped the wars, but the turmoils within the countries with the protests and things like that, people going against the governments, it kind of started with Venezuela, right? Like they took to Venezuela, now Iran is having trouble. So who's the next country that's going to be doing that? Do you think it's a good thing or is it a bad thing, right? Because we're indirectly, everyone is blaming United States, right?
There's so much turmoil in the U.S. right now. What I mean by that is ICE right now. That's
Yeah,
a
ICE is
big topic right now.
Mm-hmm. They're leaking people's names. They're leaking databases of ICE agents.
And it's definitely causing a lot of division amongst a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because some people think that the lady should have been killed. Some people think others shouldn't.
So
She shouldn't have.
who?
You heard about the girl
The
that
lady?
shot in the
Mhm.
face?
Yeah.
Well, but the thing was, I don't know if you guys saw the video. The
I haven't seen much. I've
So
seen
the
a little
video,
bit.
the chest camera video, looks like the lady tried to run away with her car and damn near hit the guy that shot her, right? And the guy was almost damn near ran over by somebody else a month ago. So you're definitely not getting the full story on this, right? So they're kind of
I
talking.
think there's a lot
Yeah.
of stories coming from both sides right now.
No, this is what I've seen. What I've seen with my own eyes, as far as this goes, right? You're gonna see it right here. Now, I don't think she's trying to run him over, but she's definitely making an effort to drive away her car. And a lot of people were saying, like, there were some deranged people saying, oh, she got shot because she was queer, this and that, the third. Yeah. And, you know, like, it would be hard to say because she's not driving a Subaru. How do you know she's queer? You know what I mean? Like, right here. This is where it happens. Watch. Boom, boom, boom. Right there. You see what I'm saying? You kind of have to, like, jump away, and this is where they started shooting.
Now the officer had already been hit before and had already
A month ago,
experienced
yeah.
some other instances of this. They're already fed up with this type of behavior.
Yes.
I'm astonished by the amount of people that just don't follow the law, don't interfere with an investigation. You have all the right to sit far where you're not in danger and you're not putting them in danger and record. But you just can't be you're not recording a fucking TV show. Like,
And then
this is serious shit.
here's the question that I have, right? What do you know about law? as a private
people
as a
don't know
private
anything
citizen, you
about
what
law.
the fuck do you know about law?
They don't know
What do you
anything
think
about
you
law.
can do and cannot do? Like all you have is this crazy idea of, oh, I'm a free person, this and that, without like regard to actually what law is. Now, I'm not justifying the cop, nor I'm justifying this lady. What I'm saying is, maybe if you don't know about the law and you're getting arrested, maybe you need to shut the fuck up and get arrested, and then figure out what it is. Like,
But they had no right to arrest her.
I don't know if they had right to arrest her.
That's
or
from what
not.
I heard. Like essentially like them even attempting to stop her and like tell her you need to get out of the car and all this stuff. Like they didn't have any right to do any of that apparently.
Well, who says that?
Like ICE agents don't have the right to do that to someone randomly.
Well,
If they're
but who says
interfering-
that? How
if-
many of these people know what the rules and laws are
If
before
they're
they say their
interfe-
opinion?
If they're interfering with a federal investigation, that's an issue.
So were they interfering?
Yeah, but
with
that's I'm pretty sure that's then the job of the police.
no. If they're interfering with
federal-
ICE
and
federal
ICE is
investigation, ICE can lock.
This is
ICE
just
can
what I've
lock up.
heard.
So here's here's the way I can describe this. Right. Let's say ICE walks into a building, right, and they have credible sources that they're illegal immigrants in this apartment complex. Right. They knock on the first door. The door opens up. That's an American person, but they have credible sources that they're actually hiding these illegal immigrants. And if they interfere with that investigation, they're allowed to lock them up.
Mm-hmm.
They're allowed to detain him. So the problem here is that everyone that's commenting on this is giving their spin and their angle on this without actually knowing what the situation is, right? Because this is a very high tension
believe
situation.
That charge is called aiding and abetting.
Aiding and abetting, yes. Aiding and abetting. Now,
Well, they catch you actually aiding and abetting an immigrant.
it is a gray line. You're right. It is a gray line, and they can tiptoe on a gray line. On, let's say it's not fully aiding and abetting, they can just call it that and then do whatever they got to do. Or it could be just aiding and abetting, and they're just doing their job, right? So the question remains here. These people that are commenting on this, they don't know their ass from their head, and they're commenting on this, right? So this is the problem is not that. The problem is that this lady decided she wants to drive. What do you know about law? Do you see what I'm saying? What does it say?
Well, so this is a newer case of some lady that came through as a federal investigation was going on
Mm-hmm.
with ICE, and
Oh, she was trying to interfere with the whole thing.
yeah, she was sitting on the sidelines, pulled up, threw a water bottle, frozen water bottle, at the agents, and then tried doing like a jog away. I think she said something like, "Okay, I'm good now."
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, what makes you think that's okay for you to do?
It's not at all. This right here.
No, that's fine. She can walk around
that's
and
great.
flick them
That's-
off and
that's
do whatever,
great.
all this, talk all the shit she wants. But the minute you throw
Where's the
something at
audio on
them,
this? Why can't I put audio on this? Oh, there it is.
Turn it down a lot because it's gonna be resonating through the mics.
and then she tried to run away after she threw the bottle.
She did a little jog.
She did a little jog.
And everybody's recording. Oh, we're gonna record. We're gonna show this. We're gonna show this. We're gonna. What are you gonna show? The lady threw a fucking frozen bottle. Like that's. You can't. They have one job, right? Their job. They're not a. They're not a judge. They're not a fucking lawyer. They're not. Their job is. They're throwing shit at you. You lock them up. This is their job, and then the courts can decide whether this was done correctly or incorrectly, right? This is my understanding. Maybe I'm fucking wrong.
And then there's no cooperation whatsoever. Like, this just puts you in a worse place.
Yeah. Like she's protesting like that. You know what I mean? Like I don't understand this. Oh no, thank you. But before, when you were throwing a bottle, you had all kinds of balls flicking everybody off. Bruh, this is, come on, man.
I'm just, I don't want people killed per se, but I do like that approach, for example, that we just saw, where they just deal with the shit, dude. Like, don't take dumb shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
Like, if you're interfering with a federal investigation, you shouldn't be doing that. Like, just move along.
yeah, just it doesn't matter how you feel about it. You could feel about it, and you could be 100% right, but you're not in a position to say anything. You really nobody. The problem is that everyone thinks that there's somebody somehow their opinion fucking matters. Your opinion doesn't fucking matter. You know, nobody cares about your feelings. Nobody cares about your opinion. No one cares about any of the shit that you have to say. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is.
I've heard a lot of shit from both sides.
That's what I'm saying. You know, so who's right, right? I don't know. They're saying that that lady shouldn't have died, this and that, the third, but then they're leaking the ICE agents' names and numbers and where they live, where they're getting threatened. So that's okay. Like, I don't understand how one is okay but the other one is not okay. You know, it's just kind of odd. The whole thing is very odd.
I mean, there's always gonna be scumbag shit, I think, on both sides.
For sure.
Yeah, but like what I'm trying to say, they're okay with leaking the ICE agents' data, right? Which somebody can take that data and just go out there and literally kill him, right? For whatever ideology they have. But then if you reverse the roles, that's suddenly not okay. How does that make sense?
I also heard something about like that agent that stepped in front of the vehicle, that they're not trained to do that. They're not supposed to step in front of vehicles like that. Like to try and attempt to stop somebody from like moving. That's not how their training is supposed to go. Like that's not how they're trained to do so. Like to try and stop someone by standing in front.
Terrible idea since he got dragged. It's just like fucking 100 feet.
You're talking about the first time. Because
Yeah.
first time he gets dragged 100 feet.
Oh, I never saw
That was a month ago.
Yeah.
He gets dragged. They go to take the person out the car, and he fucking steps on the gas pedal and he drags him with him. That's number one, right? And then this
Damn,
was
they
the
didn't
second.
send him back to training after that, just to at least do that class.
No, but we don't know. We don't know how he got dragged. Maybe the guy was holding on to him and
Right,
dragging
but
him. You know?
regardless, I heard that that's something that they're trained to not do. Essentially,
So
is to not step in front of vehicles.
So what are we? So okay.
I'm just giving you what I heard.
No,
I heard that simple
understand.
sentence. I don't know much more.
No, I understand. So okay. So let's say you're an ICE agent. You pull over a car, right? And they're sitting in the car, and you're not dragging them out, and nothing, right? And you just stand there, sit there. How long we're gonna be sitting here? A week? A month?
So you're gonna throw yourself inside the car?
No,
In
you're not
front of the car.
No, you're
You're
not
trying to
throwing
open
yourself
the
in
door.
front of the car. You got shit to do. There's other things that need to be done. Like, what do you do in this case scenario? What are they gonna put a person, like kind of like in the hospitals where they put a cop in front of the door so the criminal doesn't run away? Like, what do you do in this case?
I don't understand your point.
So okay, so there's a car.
I say you put spikes in front of everybody you stop. If they run, they're fucked.
So there's a car, right? You need to get this person out the car. They're not trying to get out of the car. You can't jump in front of the car. You cannot grab him. You can't do any of this stuff.
I'm
right?
not talking
Fine.
about grabbing him. I'm just saying the part about them not. They're not supposed to step in front of the vehicle.
Well, the guy. I don't think the guy was stepped in front of the
Yeah,
vehicle.
he was in front of the car. The
No,
guy
he-
that shot, I'm pretty sure I just saw the video.
No, he
was
went
in front of the car.
around the vehicle. As he was going around the vehicle, so he decided to drive.
No, it was a guy in front of the car.
we just saw his body cam.
Yes, we saw his body cam. He went around the car, and as he was coming around the corner, she decided to drive.
Is this any better?
You see, ready? That guy on the farthest, he was in front of the car.
Well,
I'm not saying he was standing there or whatever, but he was in front of the car.
So there's different angles. I mean, so
Yeah,
the
there is
people
different angles.
Are
It's
there
not-
different angles?
Yes.
Can
And
we
there's
find
longer,
a different angle?
And there's
That's what I'm
longer.
looking for.
and there's longer
different
videos.
This is different angles right here.
I
Yeah.
think this is the one I was looking at. You see that guy that's in front of the car? On the one that's furthest away. He was in front of it. He stepped over.
Wait,
And that's who shot.
Yeah, I think so.
he's the only buddy that has a gun out, I believe, too.
Yeah. He was in front of the
Because
car.
see, here's the problem. A lot of people don't understand that vehicle is considered a fucking weapon.
Yeah. If you
Vehicle is a
you-
fucking weapon.
if you try and hit somebody with your car, it's assault with a deadly weapon.
Yes. So if that's the case, now is this justified? Because she's really driving away, like, right?
Right. No, if somebody's like driving straight at you and then you're sitting in front of their car, I mean,
So
we can. That's what I'm saying. You can play both sides. Apparently, he wasn't supposed to be in front of the car in the first place.
okay, so here's a hypothetical situation. I'm drawing my weapon,
But-
right? And
but-
I'm shooting past you, like this. After I drew my
Yo,
weapon.
look at this guy that busted ass on the left. As
It was like,
when the guy
I think
shot,
he was trying to hop out of the truck.
Busted ass, dude.
So I don't know. This is a
Damn, another car got hit too because of that.
difficult situation to explain.
Damn, 2 cars.
So what are
3
these?
cars.
So what is the? Okay, so can you please tell me the opposition? What is their point? What are they trying to say? What is their what is the, what are they? What's their bone to pick?
I don't understand what they're trying to say.
No. I'm not gonna go and say shit like that because this is my problem with it. I don't understand the full story yet.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple videos and I feel like they don't show enough angles for me to call. I've seen everything that happened. You right? You see
No, that's fine. But what is the opposition saying?
That's what I'm gonna get into. I've heard different starts of the story.
Okay.
Where she was purposely intervening to it was something way more minor than that to start off the situation.
Okay.
Right. From the start I may have this wrong, but something like apparently the one side is saying that she started like essentially intervening within some kind of investigation
with an active investigation,
right?
Okay.
The other side is saying I may get this wrong. I only heard it once, and it was like right when I first heard this story.
So one side is saying that she was being an SJW, right, social justice warrior.
The other side was saying something about like that they got caught in an intersection against each other, right, and that I guess she tried like she maybe made some kind of signs or tried waving them off and like with a kind of an attitude, or whatever, like and then they decided to like try and pull her over and shit.
Okay.
Right. So that's why I'm saying, like, from what it seemed like, there's the starts of the stories I've heard different. One more minor, one way more,
And so it's basically whoever takes which side and believes to be true, that's what they're running with.
I mean, if you believe one side of the start, it's kind of obvious which one to go with.
Yeah.
And if you believe the other, it's kind of obvious which the other side to go with.
So neither one of us sides will really know what's up.
I don't. I'm sure there is a way to find the truth.
Even the people think that they know what's going on really don't know what's going on.
I think a lot of them, yeah. Most of them. I think there's a very small few on one side that actually is right, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. And now, I'm not saying that these protests are good or bad, but if they're wrong and they're protesting and they're creating this havoc and this ruckus, right? So what about that?
I think what happens there, Jay, is that there's we've been hearing stories of ICE agents doing this, ICE agents doing that for a little while now. This isn't the first one, nor is it the last right now.
But we're hearing these stories from people that are not ICE agents or know anything about ICE agents.
Right, because they don't talk about that.
Exactly.
Right, but...
Can we also talk about the fact that she brought her daughter to this bullshit?
Oh.
Her kid? I don't remember if it's her daughter or boy or girl, but she brought her kid.
Right, but you're saying brought her kid because you're believing one side of the story that she, intervened on this investigation, and you saying brought. How do you know she wasn't just at that intersection with her kid when this situation started?
Well, nobody knows, right? That's the point.
That's the thing, right?
Well,
so if nobody knows,
she was acting as a legal activist.
So she was protesting in some kind of thing.
Many protesters are specifically calling for justice for Renee and honoring her memory as a community member, mother, and activist who was reportedly acting as a legal observer when she was killed.
Okay, so that points more towards she was probably intervening in some kind of way, maybe, but that doesn't really tell you for sure. Not still.
Exactly. So if that's the case, you have people fucking protesting there and creating a fucking.
So like I said, I think that this is what's happening. There's already a bunch of stories with ICE right now, and I believe that some of them are true and some of them are bullshit, right? With them abusing their power, and that right now is already a big viral thing. And so any ICE agent does something extremely violent right now, and it gets out, it's gonna get.
But what do you mean extremely violent? I mean,
he shot her in the face. I think that classifies as extremely violent.
Yeah, but again, that's fine, but. These are ICE agents that have weapons, and this is what they do, right?
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but he shot her in the face 3 times. I think that's going to classify as extremely violent.
Yeah, but we're not talking about normal humans. These are trained killers. right?
Why should they be trained killers going after
Well, that's what they are.
immigrants?
You train them to kill, right? I mean,
No, they're
bottom
supposed
line.
to be trained to detain and fucking deport.
No, yes, but at the same time, part of the training is to train them how to kill someone.
Yeah, I mean, they're trained to use a firearm to
Yes.
protect themselves and to protect others.
Yes. So if they're protecting the others, the guy's trying to open the door, she's driving away, and he shoots. So this is what I'm saying. This is just a. Well, that's not the point. The point is that no one knows what it is, and they've decided that they know what it is,
I think there's
and
some
they're going and
people do.
protesting.
I think there's some people.
But those
do.
are not the people that are protesting. Those are the
But
people
any
that.
like I was trying to explain, like anything that happens with them right now and is extremely violent, they're gonna use as their, backing towards their argument.
So what is?
Let me ask you something.
Mhm.
If you were one of the people that were like an activist and leading a lot of these protests and organizing and all
number
that shit,
one, I
wouldn't
wouldn't be
you
that fucking
and,
stupid.
no, I'm not. I'm just
Okay,
forget
just a
about
hypothetical,
that.
okay.
Hypothetical, right? And you were one of these people, and you saw something like this. Wouldn't you think it'd be good ammo to use towards your cause?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, then. I mean,
But that's the This is my issue, that if that's the case, and if they're using this as ammo, so they're actually going in there and creating this situation, this volatile situation, just for a certain cause. They don't give a fuck about this Renee lady. They're just using the situation to further their cause. That's fucked up. This is what I don't like.
well, if they believe that is valid towards their cause, not really.
I mean, how can you believe? I mean, these are supposed to be
There's
very
plenty of
educated
people
people
right now
that
that
know
are
a lot of.
believing all sides.
Yeah, no. What I'm saying, because they, that side likes to think that they're more educated than the other side. They like
So
to think
does
that
the
they're
other
more
side.
rational.
That's everybody.
Yeah, but
You're not. You're trying to put that on one side when both sides are the same.
that's fine. They think they're more rational, this and that, the third, right? But if that's the case, why are we going out there and protesting and screaming without knowing what's going on? Because clearly they themselves have to know that they don't know what the fuck's going on.
No, they don't believe that. I don't think so. I think they're true. They're true to their belief on what's going on.
Yeah. So how can we have this conversation and understand each other, right?
Because I think we're now I'm not gonna say a few, but we're part of that group of people where we don't necessarily like to pick a side and believe in every choice that side makes blindly, because we're so passionate about it. We're very, I agree with this, but you're also wrong on that, and separate ourselves, keep ourselves in the middle. Not everyone's like that.
I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see what the fuck's gonna happen with this. I don't think it's gonna happen anything. No, I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see if we're gonna have same type of protests like for George Floyd. You know what I mean? If this is gonna lead to that, so it'll be interesting.
I
to
heard
see.
there was a protest, or there's gonna be one, or there was one this week
What's that really
on
cool
Almerton, that they were doing ICE recruitment at a Hilton on Almerton, I think it was, and there was a protest there. That's here.
That Hilton, apparently that hotel has been going viral in St. Pete. They have the hotel, they have bunk beds inside, and nobody knows what it is. Some people are saying it's the Scientologist. Some people are saying it's something else. So apparently now people are going out there doing their own investigation, taking pictures and shit of that hotel.
Really?
So no one really knows what's going on with that hotel. So there's a bunch of circulating stories when it comes to that hotel.
Which one, the Hilton in Clearwater?
Oh, in Almerton.
Almerton, yeah. So there, apparently there's a podcast that talks about St. Pete and things that are happening in St. Pete, and there's been a topic for that podcast for a while now, and the guy's reels keep coming up on my feed, and he talks about this specific hotel, and the last reel was showing that they've hired somebody with a camera to take pictures of the people that are taking pictures of the hotel. Like the guy's walking around on a balcony and just snapping pictures of people that are taking pictures of the hotel. So
This quote right here goes hard. If you're not a liberal when you're young, you have no heart. And if you're not conservative when old, you have no brain.
Yep, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think that's a very good quote. Well,
That shit goes hard.
yeah, because that's
No, not about picking the side.
I mean, you're not gonna pick a
No,
side.
no, it's not about picking a side.
It's
It's
not.
more where your beliefs are geared towards. So, for example, when I was growing up, I remember like wanting, like, just everybody to have more opportunity, like more fairness, in a way, like to be equal. But then, like as you grow up, you start noticing that you can't have everybody equal. It's just too much money, and you're gonna notice that other people are just gonna slack, and you're gonna be funding this slackness. It's like
I never believed everyone should be equal financially.
So
I
think
never had that belief as a kid. I do believe that.
But that's when you start leading a lot more towards the left.
I do believe that as a child, I was exposed to more liberal ideas, and so those were the only ideas I had. And as an adult, I still believe in most of those same liberal ideas that I did as a kid, and now have just expanded into understanding more of the conservative ideas. I don't know if I could put a quantity on which one I believe more of. If you start to if you want me to write like a list,
You can't.
I don't know.
You can just say.
I just think I'm in the middle.
Yeah, you can just define it as a line. Where I think I'm a little bit more, not center, but a little bit of the center to the right.
I would think I would more center. If I had to pick one, like just to guess, I think I would actually be more liberal than conservative.
So I think what this quote means is what this quote is talking about the pendulum. Pendulum always moves forward and never really swings back. And as time progresses, times become a little more liberal and more liberal and more liberal. And the ideas that you had when you were liberal, when pendulum was right on top of you and you were liberal, now that pendulum has moved. So now it's putting your ideas that used to be liberal as conservative. So by default, yes, you might think of yourself as liberal, but the newer generation thinks of you as a conservative because the pendulum has moved. Do you see what I'm saying?
I definitely believe that if I were to talk to a lot of liberals, they'd think of me as conservative, even though I believed in myself that
Yes.
if I had to
And
guess.
I think that's what this quote is talking about. This quote is talking about, there's another saying.
I
that
get what
says-
you're saying. Okay.
There's another saying is a today's Democrats are tomorrow's Republicans, and today's Republicans are yesterday's Democrats. You know what I mean? So as time moves on, you become more conservative because with the ideas that you have, like the further we go, there's going to be more acceptance with transformers. There's more acceptance with all the other stuff, right? Now you might not.
That shit currently swinging the other way right now.
It is swinging the other way, but that's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop. It's just going to continue becoming a thing, right? So if you don't agree right now completely with transformers, even though you are liberal, but then down the road, now you become the conservative because you simply don't agree with that one idea. Do you see what I mean? And
I think that current shift started happening in the 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where Democrats started becoming conservatives.
Democrats started becoming conservative.
Before that.
Yeah, and then but the newer generation of the Democrats, the newer generation of liberals, that's why they're talking about far left. They're really not far left if you think about it. With times, they're actually left. They're not far left. Like you do have some far left. You do.
Yeah,
you
it's
do.
always extreme.
Yeah, it's always extreme. Like what do you call those? The Antifas and all of them. They're the extreme, right?
But I get what you're saying. A lot of the people that are being called far left in reality are just left.
Just left. And a lot of people that are being called far right are just right. You know what I mean? It's just they don't like to agree with an idea, so they're calling them
perspective change.
Yes, 100%. So, and I think it's a very, very good quote in the sense that not because you're stupid if you believe in a liberal idea. No, it's just what it's saying is that with time you become wiser, and then what you're trying to see is like, okay, well, these things might not work exactly the way I pictured them to work.
I could be wrong here, but is there a difference between libertarian and like the left?
Yeah, so the libertarian idea, libertarians can be conservative or they can be to the left. The libertarian idea is about basically you should be able to do whatever you want and then accept the consequences after that. Like if you want to go rob a place, you should be able to go rob a place. But
I knew that they had some fucking freaky ass idea.
Yeah, you should.
Well,
be
he's explaining it at an extreme.
In extreme for you to get it right.
Yeah.
So if you want to go rob a place, you should be able to go rob a place, and then whatever happens, right? If you choose to do something, you should be able to do. Now, the more basic way of explaining a libertarian, they're basically saying we don't want any government control. Period. Which means I want to be able to pay taxes when I want. I want to pay no taxes if I want. Everything that I earn should be mine. They shouldn't take anything out of it. Basically saying there's no governmental control at all. just leave it to corporations or to an individual. Individuals' choices are more important than what government thinks it is. So that's why I'm saying it is kind of a little bit on conservative side and also a little bit on a liberal side, because liberals would like to have more governmental control in certain areas, but less governmental control in the other areas.
They all want less governmental controls in the areas that they benefit them.
Correct. Yeah. So they would want more governmental control in areas of like
maybe
social work and things like that, but less in the area of, for example, policing.
You think maybe if we add a little libertarian to a little mix here, we might have a little bit of a change going on?
No, I
We've
think
had both one or the other side for so long.
I think there are some areas. I'm not knowledgeable to tell you in any of them, but I think there are some areas where the government put their 2 cents in where it was not required.
Yes.
Yep.
And then I think there are some areas that the government needs to put their fucking 2 cents.
Yes.
You know, so
which at the end of the day, which shows you that the government is right in the middle. It's not this way and not the other way. You know what I mean?
Do you guys think they should
fuck all you.
Do you think Trump should invoke the Insurrection Act on something like Minnesota or California?
Explain to me the
no,
Insurrection Act.
no, I don't think he should. I don't think he should, because you as a human, you have the right to protest peacefully, right? The minute they start breaking buildings and start causing
See, but this is
damage, that's a different story.
This is what I was talking to one of my buddies at work about. When protests happen, there are people. There's 3 kinds of people that you're finding at those protests. The majority of them are people that are actually there to protest and just speak loudly, right?
Yes.
Supporters,
Yes,
everyday people
agree.
that just believe with that side. Then there's 2 small groups of other people. One group is simple thieves, criminals that are taking advantage of the situation.
Yes.
Oh, there's 2,000 people in a square block right now. I'm gonna go fuck shit up.
Yes.
Then there's another, which I think is a very, very small group of people, but I think there are those people that are people from the other side that are there to cause mayhem to create a bad look on that protest. And I think both sides are victims of what I'm talking about.
I think you're missing the 4th part, which is a group of people there specifically not to thieve and do all that shit, but literally to do the damage because they believe that that's the only way to get their side to win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're fed up.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that third group was the same one.
Yeah.
So the
like
people,
Antifas and all of those.
people from the other side that are there just to create bad look on the people that are actually there just to protest.
Well, no, they're not creating a bad look. They're part of that group, except they're a little further. Let's say it's a Republican protest, right? The far right Republicans, they're there. They really believe that the only way to get this protest to get somewhere is by causing certain type of.
Really, you think that there's stupid people like that?
Yes,
because all that does is
100%.
put bad light on their own
It doesn't
protest.
matter. They strongly believe that only violence can sway people to do anything.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I do think there's a group of people like that
Yeah.
that will go out there violently to do something, not because they want to cause trouble, not because they want to steal, thieves, and stuff like that. They actually want to create this damage to show that we're fed up.
And this is the problem: is those 3 smaller groups are the loudest.
Yes.
Even though the one big group, the one that's there to actually peacefully protest and just speak their ideology, they're the ones that are there peacefully, and they're the majority of the group. But the other 3 are the ones that send the biggest messages.
So let me give you a good example of this. What do you think happens when, let's say, you're training and you're doing certain type of activity, like a group activity, and somebody fucks up? 100 push-ups. Everybody does the 100 push-ups. That person fucks up again. Everybody does another 100 push-ups. What do you think happens within a group when that one person consistently makes everybody do 100 push-ups?
I think it depends on the kind of group you're in.
Yeah.
But one way is everybody now despises that person.
Or they kick him out of the group, correct?
And they want to kick him out and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it were up
They
to
take
me, I'd
action.
probably be questioning why the fuck are we doing
Yeah,
all
they
these
take
push-ups?
action. So my opinion is this: if you want to continue protesting peacefully and your voice to be heard, when you see somebody doing some fuck shit, you go out there and fucking handle your business. You go out there and say, "This is now how things are being done." You know what I mean? The group itself needs to control those tiny little groups. The group itself doesn't want to control. And what it tells me, there's 2 things: either they're afraid, they don't care, or they're actually okay with this happening. So it's one of those three things that are at play when somebody goes out there and starts breaking windows, lighting cars on fire, throwing rocks at cars and shit like that.
Regular day people aren't willing to
Exactly.
Go through confrontation
exactly.
of that sort, of going up to
Exactly.
someone with a crowbar that's smashing the window and be like, yo, what the fuck, and you finding four other people to go gang up on that person. They're not level.
Exactly.
They're not ready for that level of
So
conversation.
if you, but that's unfortunate truth of the world, right? Like that's unfortunately how it is, because if you don't want to be put together with those bad apples, you need to get rid of the bad apples.
Everyday people aren't. I guess the best way
No, I
to
get it.
put this is soldiers, like
Yeah,
willing to go
well,
to that. And
neither are those with crowbars are soldiers. Those are delusional motherfuckers.
I'm not saying they're soldiers either, but like
Yeah,
that mentality of going to
Yeah.
that length, like shit. If all those people were like the crazy motherfuckers you're talking about that go out there and believe the only way to get their message across is violence, even though they're part of that protest, shit. If it was all of them, they'd fuck it up. But
Yeah.
they're also doing the fucking up. Like they're also doing the damage and
yeah. And do I think that Trump should do that? Like, if he gets out of hand, I think he should. Or if they think it's getting out of hand, they should.
You think California hasn't got out of hand?
California's always been out of fucking hand. Let fucking Newsom deal with it. California's its own little fucking state, right? Like, let Newsom fucking...
little fat ass state.
Let him burn in his own little thing. Although California does provide a lot of fucking federal taxes. I can tell you that right now. It would not be good for United States to get rid of California as a state, make them as its own country, because we'll lose a lot of tax money.
How much tax money does Hollywood bring in?
I don't think Hollywood is a lot.
Anymore.
Yeah. I don't think Hollywood.
Or
brings
what's
a
the
lot. Just
decline
bringing
of that?
California, how much
I'm just curious. That's
federal
just one of the
taxes
biggest things I
California
thought of when,
contributing?
like businesses.
How
in
much federal
California.
tax is California contributing? Also, how much tax money does Hollywood itself bring in? The Hollywood area, I guess.
No, Hollywood in the sense of like the Hollywood entertainment industry.
All right, let's see what ChatGPT
We're
got
giving
for
it
us.
our conversation and everything.
Okay, overall federal tax. Look, 15.8% of total federal tax revenue comes just from California. 16% out of the 52 states. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. That's damn near.
That's 8 times the amount that they should if you were to just break it down state by state.
Yeah. That literally, yes, 8 times
Yeah.
the amount. Yeah.
I still got good math here and there, Jay.
Yeah. That's 8 times. Yeah. So 229 billion in wages across the United States, but I don't think it gives you anything really on that. Federal income, there's 320 million versus 800 billion. That ain't a lot.
They contribute indirectly to federal taxes via wages, business.
Go back up. It tells you right there. California federal taxes 8 billion. Entertainment industry, United States, 750 million a year. Right, film tax. So 750 million, 805 billion. So you're looking at what, 0.1%.
But that's not 700.
Yeah, you're looking at 1%. A little less than
No,
one.
I think they're giving you certain numbers because they can't give you the full picture on that one.
Could be. But either way, it's not as much as you would think.
So what?
However,
brings
still,
in what?
it still brings half of what a state should bring, right? At 700. Well, no, it's like 10 times less. So, no, never mind. My math was off on that.
Scroll up though because it says there like past study in movie theater sector.
Yeah, including roughly 372 million in federal income taxes from that segment alone in 2019. So,
But like here it says a past study of the movie theater sector, which is only one segment of the broader entertainment industry, showed that movie theaters and related spending generated several $1 billion in federal, state, and local tax revenues. So I mean, and that's kind of directly connected to Hollywood.
Yeah. So either way, California brings a lot of taxes in, right? So they can't just get rid of California. Otherwise, they would have done it a long time ago. If California was West Virginia, if West Virginia had as many issues as California does, West Virginia would not be a state. West Virginia would be like, y'all on your own, go figure this shit out on your own.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think we would just be like, bye-bye. That's
mean,
not happening.
a lot of people are fed up with California. But here's
A lot
the
of
thing.
people moved out.
Yeah, they did. But, here's the thing. A lot of people, when they talk about California, they're talking about, the entire state of California is very liberal. It's not
Just a
really.
few cities.
It's just a few cities. Majority of the areas like Chico, Grass Valley, all of those areas there are not that liberal as you would think they are. A lot of people there are very conservative, and matter of fact, they're more conservative than some of the people in Texas or Florida, right, where we're the swing state. So, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see, because what's his name? DeSantis was talking about eliminating property taxes. So that should be interesting to see how they're going to do that. He's saying he's got enough money. He doesn't need property taxes.
2028. So you guys got for president?
2028,
No idea.
I could tell you right now, if Democrats don't get their shit together, Vance is becoming president. Vance is becoming president.
If not, Mr. Rubio.
Well, are you talking about on a Republican side?
Marco's Republican, no?
So, but who's going to be on a Democrat side? I think the only candidate they have is Newsom.
From Democrat side? I don't
It's
think there's going
Newsom.
to be a Democrat. They got maybe the ghost of Joe Biden.
No, bro, it's gonna be it's gonna be Newsom, man. Newsom is gonna be the number one candidate. He literally got his own podcast. He's going on many podcasts.
That guy is gonna get like 5% of the votes.
Nah, he's gonna get votes, bro. He's gonna get votes.
Get California
Believe
to vote
me.
for him. That's about it.
Listen, Trump derangement
Might be the
syndrome is
last
big.
ones to vote for him.
Yeah, maybe even the last ones to vote.
Yeah, the Republican derangement syndrome is big. There's a lot of people out there that think of Republicans as the devil. Period. Without even knowing what
That's
it is.
on both sides, though.
It is on both sides. It is, well, absolutely. But what I'm saying is the country is literally divided in half. Although I can tell you this right now, that during the last election, it was the first time in the history, I think, first time where popular vote and the vote went actually to a Republican. Because it's usually the majority House vote goes to Republican, and then popular vote always goes to a Democrat. But this was the first time where both went to a Republican.
Mama said use the devil.
Yeah, pretty much. So, I don't know. It's interesting to see what's going to happen.
Let's wrap it up.
Besides that, you have anything else for us, Miggy?
No.
The last bits?
Yeah, I think that's it for today, guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday. We appreciate you guys joining us.
I'll try to hop on a podcast.
Oh, no, never mind. That's right.
No, I can try.
No,
If you want to do an episode, I can try to
no,
hop
it's
on.
fine, bro. Enjoy your vacation.
No, I
Enjoy.
can try.
No, it's fine.
They're 2 hours ahead, so it's gonna be Tuesday and Thursday. I don't think we're doing crazy stuff on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, bro, but it's gonna be at nighttime. You're gonna be hanging out. Don't worry about it, bro.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
And just let me
Enjoy.
know if y'all
Enjoy.
want to do it. I'll be down to hop on the phone real
It's
quick.
fine. Enjoy your vacation, bro. It's fine. Well, we actually won't be seeing you guys for a little bit, but you'll get the notification next time we're back. So we'll see you then.
Peace.